Well, this is actually my second video, so if you're watching this first, I apologize. But let's take a look at the equal groups triangle, okay? Again, I've called this the division triangle because I kind of am changing it to equal groups triangle because it also works with multiplication, okay? So this is what it means. In division and multiplication, we have three things. We have our total, we have our number of groups, and we have our number in each group. When you know your total, okay, when you know your total, you know you're going to divide because in division, we divide up our total. So there's two things you can do. You can either take your total and divide it up by the number of groups. And when you do that, your answer is going to be the number in each group. So that's why we start at the total, have the division symbol between these two, and then if you kind of, let me draw my flow chart here. So we're starting with the total, dividing it up by the number of groups, and then my answer is going to be my number in each group. Okay. Or you could start with your total, divide it by the number in each group. And so my answer is going to be my number of groups. So let's take a quick look at this right here, the one we just solved, how we said that what's getting divided up is that 1/4. Because remember, we started with 1/4. It got divided up into a number of equal groups. So here we started with the total, got divided up by the number of groups. So my answer should be my number in each group. And so once it got divided up, if we took what's in each group, well, what is highlighted is my numerator and my denominator is my number total of equal parts. And we decided that it had 8 equal parts, and that's why my answer is 1/8. But in this case, we started with 4 wholes. 4 wholes got divided up with divided up by what's in each group. Okay, just like here, we got our started with our total, got divided by the number in each group, and my answer was the number of groups. So here we started with 4, divided up into thirds, that's what's in each group. And my answer was how many thirds I had. I had 12 thirds. So that's the division triangle. Well, if you want to look at it by the equal groups multiplication triangle, you are looking for your total. Remember, we're joining groups together, and so we're looking for everything all together. So when you do that, you start with your number in each group and multiply it by the number of groups. So you multiply these two together to equal your total. That's supposed to be an arrow. Sorry. So that's the division triangle, and that kind of is a little uh, rundown on why I put these things on the outside and in the middle. So if you're multiplying these two, the number of groups and the number in each group together to get your total. Okay, so now let's go to video number 3 to look at our word problem.